this is the thing. I'm an advocate that and push for the fact that you should give people chances. Despite the fact that some people who will listen to this and find me one day say that's a lie, that's not how she is. I am that way. If you give me reason to be suspicious of you, I'm going to be. I'm going to talk in innuendo right now because I don't want to say exact names and what went down. I just want to give a synopsis and an example of why you got to be careful of who you do and don't trust. There was a recent incident where somebody I thought I was cool with elevated some type of way. And look, I'm not saying I should have elevated at the same time as this person. I find it real convenient that we both had the same ideal. This person is in the in crowd and elevated and I didn't. When this person got the word that they did, they had the nerve to disappear to where they didn't have to deal with me like I was going to condemn them when I told the person to take their shot and go for that, and congratulations. That's not the only reason this person is ignoring me though. Have you all ever been friends, again I'm talking innuendo, with someone that helped you get an opportunity or gave you a leg up in an roundabout way sometimes, or even if they just come out and say it flat out? The assumption is I helped you with this, now you owe me something. It's like you can never get out of their debt. And the worst type of debt that they want you to pay to them is loyalty to an ideal, even when that ideal makes you miserable. Say that person helped you get a job and they want you to stay there with them despite the fact that you have evolved from that position, right? I'm talking in innuendo right now. Suddenly, because you no longer act the way they think you should act, or because you're trying to evolve to something different and you're looking for growth, that person sees a need to suddenly separate from you. Then you suddenly go back and look back and like this person's always kept their distance. On the one hand, they helped you with this thing, but then they talk to you in private away from people because they don't want to be seen with you but helped you. But on the other hand, they want to keep you tethered to them. What I call the misery loves company friend. Someone who, because their suffering needed to bring you into the same situation, and although they've elevated, they don't like aspects of it, so what they need you to do is suffer along with them. They need some familiar face to suffer or be in worse position. Better yet, or worse yet, because better yet is an insult. They know that you have other potential talents, but need to keep an eye on you because you are a threat to them, though they pretend to be your friend. When you see these traits in people, they helped elevate you. They talk to you in private, but don't want to be seen with you in public half the time. When they go and do something different and then try to hide and run away from you and avoid you for a while, understand that person was never your friend. And trust me when I say when this person did this, number one, I knew they were funny acting, in my case, for years. Because this isn't the first case in which we were in the same vicinity. The difference is that in the second instance in which we were in the same vicinity, I decided I was going to look out for me, and I'm not going to elaborate in case this recording is found. Because the innuendo I'm referring to could be a number of people. This is why I didn't say names. This is why I didn't make any inferences. Okay? Too many, I'm just giving innuendo. So my thing was, I'm going to also withhold things this time, just like I'm doing now. When someone helps you with something, I get that there's a certain amount of gratitude that should come with that. But you can't keep pigeonholing people to hold themselves up. Sometimes to evolve, the very person that helped you have to accept that you may have to go somewhere else to move higher than you already are. Or that you're going to stay in the same spot and go high, but go high in a different place. Y'all can be on the same level and you just move up high and they still get jealous. People get themselves up in arms about your life decisions while these are the same people who in private will praise you or try to get little breadcrumbs out of you to hold against you. And trust me when I say in this situation, the stuff I told this person, I told them because I knew they deep down probably had a big mouth and I want to test them to see how long it's going to take for them to turn on me. And they recently did. But seeing the position I'm in, you can't get me in trouble just because I no longer care to be friends with you. Now, this is what I'm telling y'all. When you come up against the wall on misery loves company type people, you need to know when to still be cordial with them, whether you share friends that had a falling out at a party, whether you had a falling out at work, whether you had a falling out over a charity event, or you had a falling out over your children who also had a falling out. You have to know when to still be diplomatic. And if you don't have to deal with them at all, just don't. But in situations that you do, understand their nature, understand their subversive nature of trying to keep you down while they try to elevate, or because they can't elevate, they'll keep you at their level because they're miserable people themselves. Normalize not being around them if you don't have to.